Well, you've got to be keen to vote today. Hey, look at it. Well, this is an election day here for Romanians in Jersey. And as you can see, it's classic election day weather. Of course, I'm not allowed to say this is St Helier, Jersey, because it never rains like this in St Helier, Jersey. And of course, I suppose it'll rain like this in a few weeks' time in the United Kingdom when they're having their general election. But just up there, you can see the sign there. That's to announce that there is an election going on in there. And this outside broadcast unit, this intrepid reporter is going to have to go out into the rain in a moment. Imagine that. And see if I can find a victim who will tell me about the election. Whether they will, I don't know. Well, it's amazing, isn't it? What a difference a day makes. Yesterday it was absolutely tipping with rain, and now I've managed to find a nice warm place inside. It stopped raining, so this young lady here has voted, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
You don't have to tell me your name, but you're just a Romanian who lives in Jersey.
Yeah,
that's all I need to know.
My name's not a problem.
Okay.
My name is Alex.
Alex?
Yes, and I'm in Jersey for the last 2.5 years.
All right.
In May, 3 years now. And we are here supporting our new president. We don't know yet which.
He's not president yet.
No.
Not yet. So there's a president at the moment.
Yes.
And is he standing again, or is he not?
Yeah, he's coming for the second mandate.
Right, okay.
In case he will be elected again.
Okay. How many candidates are there in this election for the job?
At the moment there are 14,
14.
From different political parties. Also a few of them are independent.
Right.
They managed to get enough signatures in order to run.
Right.
And we'll see who will be the last two that are going to be in the second tour.
I mean, obviously I know nothing whatsoever about Romanian elections, but presumably there's like a left and a right, or more than a left and a right. But different areas in Romania, do they attract support for one? Like if there's a lot of farming in one area, will they favour a particular guy or woman? Does it work like that as well?
It depends. We are a country that we still suffer from the communism that we had until '89, and the party that was running, the Social Democratic Party, that was up to this year running the Romanian politics. I think everybody knows, because we went outside, we went in the streets to take them down, and let's say 80% of Romania is suffering from corrupt politicians.
Well, it was remarkable because I filmed a few people at the last election you had in Jersey, which was there was a referendum about corruption, which is an extraordinary thing.
Yes, and there we managed to fight against corruption, and one of the most corrupt guy that was our prime minister at the moment is now in prison due to that. He's paying for everything that he has done to our country.
Really?
Yeah, he was the president of the Social Democratic Party, the one that we can't stand. Has communism in it. The one that is honorific president is one of the guys that took down Ceausescu, the communist, but he is also a communist, let's say like this.
Right.
And they did a lot of harm to Romania and Romanian people.
So, of the 14 candidates, how many would you say are left-wing communist that side? Many of them?
At least 3 that we know.
Really?
Yeah, they still have, because they have roots, or they're part of the Social Democratic Party. But most of them, they are young. I don't think they know, they haven't lived what communist time were. I haven't lived, but my parents did. And as far as I know...
Because social democratic sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
a party that looks after your social welfare, and you've got democracy. That sounds good. Is it
sounds
good?
No. No, because maybe it's the anger that I have in me regarding this, but they were not thinking about the Romanian people.
No.
They were thinking about their own pockets. They were democratic with them, not with Romanians. And that's why we need to change.
One of the things I couldn't quite understand with the last election which took place with you people here, there were people outside Romania who were standing. Are any of these candidates living outside of Romania? They all live there, do they?
They all live in Romania.
Right. And they're all in jobs, or some of them will be in politics. Obviously, some of them will be in government already.
Most of them they are. Or they are in high functions. They have high functions.
Have you any idea what salary will go with this job for being president? How much you'll get paid? Approximately, English prices.
I think roughly £800 a month.
800. Is that all? 800 a month?
Yeah.
And he gets a nice house thrown in and a chauffeur-driven car?
They have some benefits.
Right.
But this is what they say on the press.
Right.
This is what they're having on their contract. Our last president, like 6 years ago now, I know back then he was earning around 4,000 lei, RON.
Right.
That is roughly £800.
Right.
That was his salary.
Right. So, male and female, how many female candidates this time?
I think it's just one female.
Is that all? Out of 14?
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
Does it make any difference?
Doesn't make any difference. Let's say in higher functions, they're mostly men, like everywhere, even here in Jersey.
Even in Little Jersey?
Even in Little Jersey. Women, they try to show that they can, but maybe in a few years they'll be
Is it because
more...
they're not corrupt enough?
Oh no, they are. But I think they feel that they are not strong enough.
Because women have been celebrating Jersey, they've had the vote for 100 years, they've been celebrating that. But they haven't actually done, to my male perception, they haven't done a great deal. They don't campaign, and they don't campaign like men, do they? I know, which might be a good thing. Maybe if they sat down and were quiet more often, maybe that would be better.
I have no idea. For higher functions, mostly are men. But we have a lot of ministers that are women.
Right.
Education, finance, even in medicine.
Right.
We have a lot of females.
How long have women had the vote in Romania, do you know?
After communist, I don't know what was before, but
All your life.
we have the right to vote for a long time.
Yeah. Right.
That's nice.
The issues that are there, I mean, you've got 14 candidates. Are they similar? Are anybody going up with totally different program? Anybody got really good ideas?
No.
They're all much the same?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they know what Romanians want, and they just say that always. Bigger pensions, better health care, better roads, because in infrastructure it's horrible, our infrastructure level. Mainly that's it.
Well, as you know, this little island's got a rather strange status, but the United Kingdom is trying to get out of Europe. Has Europe been a help to Romania? Has it been helpful?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Yes, because they're offering a lot of help with local projects.
Really?
And local entrepreneurs or even local farms. They managed to get investments from European Parliament, from Europe, to run their business. And a lot of them are successful. We have some really good projects.
I mean, I was over there a few years ago, very briefly. But I noticed a lot of English names there on projects. Is there a lot of English foreign money going into Romania? Is that an aspect of it?
In the last couple of years, we had Charles that has bought a property in Romania. In Viskri, it's called.
Yeah.
And I think that attracted a lot of investors. Yeah. And it's going well.
He's up in the forest somewhere, isn't he? Because he's very keen on preserving forests.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are big companies who want to chop the forest down, aren't there? So this is
Oh,
one
they
of
have a lot.
um,
Yeah, unfortunately. But let's say we hope for the better. Really hope for a brighter future, for a brighter Romania, for a better Romania.
how do you get the information? The 14 candidates. How does that information come to you? Do you know any of them? Have you ever met any of them?
I never met any of them.
No.
What I've seen on TV, I know a few of them from their political past. Some of them, they were former prime ministers of member in some important parties, and now they managed to participate in this. We have one individual that is a former actor,
Right.
but has stand up in the political stage in Romania and has decided to be a part of this. And
Of course, you had Ionescu was a playwright, so you obviously he was involved in government, wasn't he? Ionescu, years ago maybe.
which one?
Ionescu was it?
Iliescu.
Or Ionescu.
Iliescu.
He was a playwright.
Yes, Ion Iliescu.
Yes.
He's one of the ones that I told you was with the communists back then.
Oh,
Now
really?
he says he's a democratic, he's not, but deep inside he's a informer.
He's still there, is he?
Yeah, but he's 92 now or
Oh, is
more.
he?
But he still runs honorific something.
Was he?
The Social Democratic Party. Yeah.
You're in Jersey. Presumably there are social reasons, or are you just learning English? You're here. Is it because you want somewhere better than Romania?
Honestly, I needed a change
Yeah.
back home. And from some friends, we heard about this little island. Our plan at the beginning is to stay maximum 3 years, just for me to gather some experience, because my passion is baking and cooking.
All right.
And I wanted to have some experience, gain some experience. But now everything has changed. After 2.5 years, I'm one of the luckiest that they managed to get a job in a trust company.
Right.
And that means a lot for us, because we can show we can show that you can have good jobs even though you don't have those 5 years that are
Well,
required.
I would say a man who likes his food, that baking is a very good job. It's nice to be on the receiving end. I do know that some of the financial institutions have removed staff to Romania. They've done that. They've transferred staff.
Yeah.
So you could have a finance industry in Romania. Is that a possibility?
Depends. Most of the companies are local here, or they don't have a branch in Romania.
Because one of the stories we hear now about Poland, it's doing very well. Obviously, a lot of Polish people came here, but maybe a lot are going back now because there's decent jobs in Poland. Their economy is, and the same will happen here with Romania, presumably.
Yeah, but I think this change will be in, let's say, 5 years, because Polish people, they came here a lot back than Romanians.
Right.
And most of them, they are living, they had at least 15 years on the island. We are quite new here, let's say 11, 12 years maximum, that are like the first Romanians.
That other country just across the way, the United Kingdom, do you try and follow what's going on there? Do you?
I'm afraid of Brexit, because I don't know what's going on, how it's going to affect us, European citizens living in Jersey that is not European, but is going to be affected about.
You've signed up for settled status yet?
Not yet.
Will you?
Yes. Yes.
Because if you don't, as the rules stand, you'll be thrown out.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't think they will throw anybody out, but that's what the law says.
I know. We will try to apply for it. We were thinking that we still have time until the end of 2020.
Yeah,
but we better do it from time. I think a lot of people will live it by next
I mean,
year.
it is a totally unnecessary thing in my view, but that's, what do I know? So, it's very interesting speaking to somebody from another planet. I mean, it's Romania, it's not so far away. I've been to Romania very briefly. I thought it was wonderful, the bits I saw, but, you know, it's just
Not
another
so
place,
far
isn't
away,
it?
but Nobody knows about it.
Nobody knows
Like
anything
Jersey.
about Romania.
Like Jersey, I had some friends, they were asking me, how is life in America?
Yes.
Because they thought it's New Jersey. And it was like, I have no idea.
I think you indicated to me that you don't participate in Jersey elections. You could do. You never vote for your local deputy or senator.
No, because it was not in my my interest. But I think I will start that. I'm really thinking of, like I told you before, we were expected to stay here at least maximum 3 years, and we had no idea of becoming a part of this community, or even to make a living here, to have a house, our own property. But things have changed.
Well, I came here for the summer of 1966, just for the summer,
There you go.
and I'm still here.
It's a nice place. We love the security and we love a lot of things about Jersey. But I don't know. We'll see what the future holds.
Anything else you want to tell me?
What do you think about the Romanian elections?
Well, I just don't understand them. I mean, we don't have a president in the United Kingdom. We have a president here and we're trying to throw him out of the States because he's a bailiff. Nobody elects him. They have Boris, who's going to be Prime Minister, or maybe not. Maybe the Socialist will be Prime Minister in the UK. But he's not elected as President or Prime Minister. He's elected as an MP, a local MP. So these things are very difficult to compare, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
It's a very, I saw Ceausescu when he was on television, that terrible Christmas, and I thought that was pretty horrible. And I was talking to one of your colleagues yesterday, how all of a sudden when he was stood on the roof and he had all these thousands of people and he was out there to wave at them, and they said, oh, send me the helicopter, I'm going.
Yeah.
And he had to go.
Yeah.
He didn't realise what happened.
No. And you know who was in the back of that? Iliescu.
Right,
He was
was it?
planning everything to kill Ceausescu. So, from us being having a king and we had the monarchy, ended up with this.
Would you like a monarchy back?
Yes.
He's still there, isn't he? He lives in a different country, doesn't he?
Fortunately, our king died.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Michael. But now we still have a small part.
Right.
But I don't know if he's going to be strong enough to be a part of, to bring back the monarchy.
Well, Spain brought their monarchy back. Franco, the old dictator, recreated them. He's still there as far as I know. I don't know what role he has in Spain, I don't know. I don't know what role monarchs are supposed to play these days.
I think just to be there, because in the end, even with the queen, she's just there because she's the queen. She's not running anything.
No.
The MPs and everything from the parliament are doing.
Well, it's a very confused situation at the moment. Well, it's been lovely talking to you. I mean, I would talk all day, but we better stop otherwise. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.